Have you noticed that the cleaners we've used for decades are starting to feel a bit much? Maybe they make you cough, or leave your hands feeling dry and tight after just a few minutes of use. Or maybe you've walked into the kitchen after scrubbing the counters and had to step right back out because the smell was just too strong. You are not alone. I've read so many of your comments asking for non-toxic ways to keep a home sparkling without the harsh fumes, the burning eyes, and the worry about what exactly you're breathing in. And honestly, those comments stopped me in my tracks. Because you're right. We've been sold the idea that clean has to smell like a chemical plant, that if it doesn't sting a little, it isn't working. But that simply isn't true. Today, we're going back to basics with 5 simple recipes using things you likely already have sitting right there in your pantry. No harsh chemicals, no heavy lifting, no trips to a specialty store. Just a healthy, clean home, the way our grandmothers did it, before the shelves got crowded with products we can barely pronounce. So grab a pen or just bookmark this video because you'll want to come back to these again and again. Recipe 1, the lung-friendly all-purpose spray. First up is my absolute daily go-to, and once you try it, I think it'll become yours too. Now, most store-bought all-purpose sprays are loaded with synthetic fragrances and chemical compounds that were never really designed with sensitive lungs in mind. If you've ever sprayed one and immediately felt that little tickle in the back of your throat, you know exactly what I mean. This simple mix of white vinegar and water changes all of that. You're going to combine 1 cup of plain water with 1 cup of white vinegar. Then add just 2 drops, and I mean just 2, of a mild dish soap. Pour it all into a clean spray bottle, give it a gentle shake, and that's it. That is your all-purpose spray. White vinegar is naturally acidic, which means it cuts right through grease and grime without you having to scrub your heart out. It breaks down residue on countertops, stovetops, cabinet handles, anywhere sticky fingers or cooking splatter tend to land. And yet it is gentle enough that you won't need to crack a window just to breathe while you're using it. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but doesn't vinegar smell? It does have a smell when it's wet. I won't pretend otherwise. But here's the good news. Once it dries, the smell disappears completely. No lingering fumes, no chemical scent following you from room to room. Just clean. Recipe 2, the Senior Safe Soft Scrub. Now, let's talk about those tougher jobs. The kitchen sink, the bathtub, the grout lines that seem to collect grime no matter how often you clean. Most commercial scrubbing creams do work, I'll give them that, but they come with a hidden problem that not enough people talk about. They can leave a slick, soapy residue on surfaces, especially in the tub or shower. And on a wet floor or a wet tub surface, that residue can be genuinely dangerous. This homemade soft scrub sidesteps that problem entirely. You're going to take some plain baking soda. Just pour a generous amount into a small bowl. Then drizzle in liquid Castile soap a little at a time and stir as you go. You're aiming for a thick paste, something that holds together but spreads easily. That's really all there is to it. The baking soda acts as a very gentle abrasive. It has just enough texture to lift grime and staining without scratching the surface underneath. It works beautifully on porcelain sinks, ceramic tubs, and tile. And because it rinses away so cleanly, no soapy film left behind, you're not creating any new hazards while you clean up the old ones. The Castile soap adds just enough cleaning power to lift grease and break down soap scum. Together, they're genuinely effective. Scoop a little onto a damp cloth or sponge, scrub in small circles, and then rinse thoroughly with warm water. You'll be surprised how well it works. Recipe 3, the No-Fume Window Wonder. Here is one that surprises people every single time I mention it. Plain club soda. That's it. That's the whole recipe. Pour it into a spray bottle, spritz it onto your mirror or window, and wipe with a clean microfiber cloth. Now, I know that sounds almost too simple, but think about what's happening here. The natural carbonation in club soda, those tiny bubbles, actually helps to lift dust and smudges from the surface. They get underneath the grime and loosen it so your cloth can pick it all up cleanly. And because there is absolutely no ammonia in club soda, there's no smell, no fumes, no need to hold your breath or rush through the job. Commercial glass cleaners often rely on ammonia for that streak-free finish, and it works. But at the cost of a sharp, eye-watering smell that lingers in the room. Club soda gives you the streak-free result without any of that. It's perfect for bathroom mirrors, bedroom mirrors, windows that look out onto the garden, glass cabinet doors, anywhere you want a clear, clean shine without the chemical smell. And it's about as safe as it gets, especially if you have children or grandchildren around who tend to touch everything right after you've just cleaned it. Recipe 4. Natural dusting oil for wood. Now, many of you mentioned in the comments that dusting feels like a never-ending chore. You dust on Monday, and by Friday it looks like you never touched it. Part of the reason for that is static. Many commercial dusting sprays leave behind a static charge that actually attracts new dust right back to the surface. This natural wood polish works differently. You're going to mix 2 parts olive oil with 1 part fresh lemon juice. Stir them together, dip a soft cloth in, and then wring it out well so the cloth is barely damp.
Wipe it across your wooden surfaces, tables, chairs, shelves, cabinets, in long, smooth strokes, going with the grain of the wood. What you'll notice immediately is the smell. It smells like a fresh lemon grove, not a laboratory. Warm and clean and natural. But beyond the smell, here's what's really happening. The olive oil is actually nourishing the wood as you clean. It conditions the grain, prevents drying and cracking, and leaves behind a gentle, natural sheen. The lemon juice cuts through any built-up residue or light staining and gives the surface that just cleaned brightness. And because there's no synthetic coating involved, you're not building up layers of product over time. You're just feeding the wood what it needs. Use this once a week on your wooden furniture, and you'll notice the wood starting to look richer and healthier over time. Recipe 5. The gentle floor refresher. And finally, the floors. This one is especially close to my heart because I know so many of you have little grandchildren or pets who spend a lot of time down there, crawling, playing, rolling around, and the thought of them pressing their hands or their faces into a floor that's been mopped with harsh chemical cleaner is genuinely unsettling. It doesn't need to be that way. A splash of apple cider vinegar in a bucket of warm water is genuinely all you need for most hard floors. I usually do about half a cup of apple cider vinegar per gallon of warm water, but you can adjust that to your own preference. Wring your mop out well before it touches the floor. You want the floor damp, not wet, and then mop as you normally would. The apple cider vinegar cuts through everyday grime and footprint residue and dries to a streak-free shine. And once it's dry, no smell, no residue, nothing for little hands or paws to pick up. Just a clean floor. I want to be clear, this isn't for heavily soiled floors or for deep cleaning situations. But for your regular weekly mop, it is more than enough. And the peace of mind it gives you is worth everything. So there you have it. 5 recipes, 5 simple ingredients. Vinegar, baking soda, Castile soap, club soda, olive oil, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, most of which are probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. No specialty shop required, no long ingredients list, no wondering what those chemical names on the back of the bottle actually mean. Taking care of our health is just as important as taking care of our homes, maybe more so. And the two don't have to be in conflict.
a clean home and a healthy body can go hand in hand, especially when we choose ingredients that work with us instead of against us. Now, I have a question for you, and I genuinely want to hear your answer in the comments. Which of these 5 ingredients do you already have in your cupboard right now? And more importantly, do you have your own old-fashioned cleaning secrets that have been passed down in your family? A recipe from your mother or your grandmother that you still use to this day? I would absolutely love to hear them. This community is one of the most generous and knowledgeable I've ever been part of, and I learn something new from your comments every single week. So share your secrets below. Until next time, stay safe, keep it simple, and take good care of yourself. You deserve a home that feels as good as it looks.